coffee to be made. It is brewing. It is 2:30 and I need my afternoon cup of coffee since all of the Starbucks around me are closed. I just went over to go drop off some stuff for a girlfriend and I was like, Starbucks would be so good right now. And the one Starbucks that is open, the lines are like stupid long, like 20, no joke, 20 cars deep, where they actually have to stop accepting people because it just is getting too long. I mean, I guess the positive of that is that my bank account is definitely saving some money. So we're today talking about products that I am not happy with. I guess products that really just aren't my cup of tea. I wouldn't repurchase them. I just wasn't happy with them, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Maybe you guys have some similar opinions, so let's get to it. This is actually the first product from this brand that I have found that I didn't really care for, and it is the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Conditioning Eye Makeup. I actually was quite surprised that I didn't enjoy this product just because it is formulated for sensitive skin and it's a conditioning eye makeup remover. And for some reason, this product actually kind of stung my eyes. And not only that, like it wasn't unbearable where, I mean, I wouldn't use it again, I would, but I just found that it really didn't do a whole lot for me. Like it didn't really remove my eye makeup. I thought I was using quite a bit of cotton rounds in order to get my eye makeup to come off. I mean, normally I would use maybe one pad, both sides for each eye, but with this one, it was between 2 to 3, which I thought was quite excessive for eye makeup removers. So with eye makeup removers like this, I just expect them to work a little bit better because I normally do use cleansing balms, and good cleansing balms will remove the eye makeup really quickly. So once I started using about 2 pads for each eye, I'm thinking this is kind of excessive to have to use this much cotton pads to remove a simple basic eye look. It wasn't like I was using glitter or I didn't have adhesive on my eye or anything like that. It was just a simple eye look like this one. Yeah, wasn't happy about that one. Let's go into these. These are the Aurora, what are these? These are the Evo Skin and Aurora facial wipes. These were terrible. I was not happy with those at all. I had 2 packages of them, so I feel like I got a pretty damn good use out of them and really formed my opinion with them pretty quickly. Normally, I don't use these for like using on my face unless I have to wipe it off, like any extra, you know, shadows that come off on my face. But these, you guys, like, they just don't take anything off. Like normally I use cleansing wipes for when I'm filming to, like, if I'm doing swatches and I need to take something off my hand, makeup on my hands or whatever it is, right? That's what I use it for. But these just don't take anything off. Like I was going through 2 wipes per, like, I don't know, like it just felt like it was, there wasn't enough grit, there wasn't enough moisture in them to really remove anything, and whatever it's like packed with or whatever the juices are that are in it just don't really do anything to remove makeup, especially waterproof makeup. So definitely would not repurchase those. I didn't even buy those, I should say. I got them in my box, but I would not recommend those to anybody. So then we move into this, which this is the second product I've tried from this brand. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. I talked about this product, not this product, I should say. I talked about another product that is like a loose powder from this brand, Ciate, and I told you guys I hated it. It was terrible. It left a white cast underneath my eyes. It would really accentuate my dry patches, and I find that this does the exact same. And I realized that this does the exact same thing as the other one. So we tried it out in like a first impressions when I did like my boxes and stuff, and I knew immediately that I was not going to use this. So I just wouldn't even, no, I just don't care for it at all. Next up we have is this also, which I feel like is more of a packaging flaw than it is of like a actual issue, because I do like the product, I just don't like the packaging. And it is the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant, or it's called the Daily Microfoliant, but it's like an exfoliant, and it's a rice powder, and you basically put it in your palm and then you just kind of scrub. So it is gentle enough that you're supposed to be able to use it every day. So I had this in my shower, and I think that's where my problem was that it was on me, not on the packaging, because I had it in the shower and it was working fine. Both Jeremy and I were using it, but over time, I think the moisture sucks itself into the bottle, and then it clogs up the little hole where the product is supposed to come out. So I wish that the product was like, I wish the hole was bigger, or it was just an open hole, if you know what I mean, because there's like clumps in here. Because I did end up taking this out of the shower, and I ended up putting it in my bathroom. So when I'd wash my face, I would use some of this. And it's like anytime you put your hand, if you accidentally get any moisture on the product itself, you know, it sucks itself into the packaging and then it just clogs it up. So it's just, for me, it's more of a packaging issue than anything. So my plan is to actually take it and put it in like some Tupperware and then just pour it into my hand that way, because I have another product that's like this that does essentially the same thing. But theirs is just an open tube. Like you open it and the product is there. There's no like little hole or anything. It's just, you know, open inside fully. And so I think that just works a little bit easier. So for me, again, I like it. I just wish that they would fix the packaging on it because it's just a pain. I always like have to like talk about this mug every time I like showcase it in my videos, because this is by far my favorite mug in the entire world. My mom got this for me. She found it at like a Hallmark or something. I don't remember exactly, maybe even the Disney store. But it's Minnie Mouse's purse, like when you put it to the side. And then right here on the inside it says Minnie Mouse. I freaking love this mug so much. Let's move into the Huda Beauty, because I do have two products from Huda Beauty that I do need to talk about in this video. I hate that I have to talk about it, but you guys, I just really don't like these products. So the very first one we have here is the Huda Beauty. This is the no filter, the faux filter high coverage. I had the shade Latte 300. It was super full coverage, but it was heavy. That's why I didn't like it. It definitely felt like I was wearing makeup. And throughout the day, if you did not have like a good pore filler or like anything to blur out your fine lines, it would accentuate texture so bad. Like so bad. It was disgusting. And I just did not like it for that. Like it felt cakey. It felt thick. If I mixed it with other foundations, it would work a little bit better. But just like the overall throughout the day, I definitely felt like it aged my skin. And so for me, that just kind of always like drew me not to want to use it. The other product though I also didn't like from her line was the Overachiever. I felt like this was exactly the same way. This was phenomenal though, like for your brows and for your like eyes. If you like to use concealer to set, like to do your eye makeup with, that was a bomb. Like, cause it's thick and it's opaque, so it really gives a nice like you know, clean slate to work with. Aside from that, like when it came to highlighting and stuff like that, again, another product that I felt like did a really good job at, you know, highlighting underneath my eyes, but throughout the day just looked cakey. It looked very thick on me. It just didn't look right on me. It didn't age well throughout the day. It made me look a lot older than I was, and I just wasn't happy with it. So I did purchase the lip facial, which I don't even know if they make this anymore, you guys. But this is their Tarte lip scrub, and this one was like super oily. I like the idea of lip scrubs being in a pencil form like this, or like a lipstick form like the e.l.f. one, than I do in them being in a pot. And a lot of the ones that are in the pot, it's just, for me, they're messy and I don't feel like they work as well as something like this. And I will say the positive thing was that it was like in a pencil form like this, so you could like really scrub. That's about all I liked it for. I thought that this was like super greasy. Even after I removed it, I felt like my lips felt greasy and oily on them. It didn't have that much grit to it for what I was looking for a lip scrub. So I just was like, you know what? Like, if you need a lip scrub, e.l.f. makes a good one. It is very abrasive, but if you're looking to like remove like dead skin and stuff, that is where you go. Next up is the Revlon Candid Concealer. This is their antioxidant concealer, and I use the shade 22 Sand. Now, this is actually one that I really enjoyed when I first got it. I thought that it did a really great job at highlighting and covering up my eyes. I don't know, I don't want to say that this product is old and bad, because it gives it an 18-month shelf life, and I definitely haven't had it that long. But what I have found is that the more I use it continually, the less I like it. And I actually had this in my Shop My Stash for this last month. And after this last month for my Shop My Stash, I gave up on this product. Like, I was just super unhappy with it. What I noticed with this concealer was that progressively throughout the day, it would disappear, just like on its own. No matter what powder I used it with, it would just disappear, and it would always start on the inner corner and it work its way out. And it's not like I would touch underneath my eyes a lot and I messed with them, but like it just didn't hold its place very long, and it wasn't like super long wearing. The other thing I found about this too was that if you have any darkness like I do in my inner corners, this will accentuate it also. Like, it will enhance it a little bit more. So I don't know. I think after fully using it, as long as I did in my Shop My Stash, I learned what I really liked about it and what I did it, and I feel like the cons outweigh the pros way more. So for that reason, I just wouldn't recommend it. The foundation is good. I like the foundation, but just not the concealer. I wanted to finish off with the mascara. It's the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Mascara. It's not that I don't like it. I do. I love the Perversion mascara. It works really well. I just don't like the waterproof version. I just don't find that the waterproof version is much better, and I actually feel like the waterproof bottle, this little tube, dries out a lot quicker than the original. So if you guys like the Perversion, if you were thinking about getting the waterproof, I wouldn't recommend it. I would just stick with the regular one, or use something else that's waterproof. But for me, this was just a no-go. I just thought it was really interesting because I used it maybe a handful of times and it dried out so quickly. So that's all I have for today's video. Like I said, obviously you guys know how these videos go. Some people take these super negative, but you guys know it's not about the brand. Sometimes the brands make bomb-ass products, and sometimes they just, I'm like, who was sitting in this board meeting thinking that this was a good idea? I hope you guys like this video though. If you guys haven't checked out any of my newest videos, I will link them down below over here so you guys can check them out. And I will see you guys on my next video. And I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.